Everybody, it's Victus. Time to know that you can run here the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Sunday, Mosh Pit. Hope your Sundays were going great and your weekends are awesome as well. Mine was, because I was enjoying a nice little break from streaming and all that kind of good stuff now that the subathon is officially over. And honestly, I just really appreciate all the support, everyone who stopped by the Twitch stream and also who've been just continuing watching the YouTube videos. Thank you very much. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you by Evil Noob. Title thread was Invicta, making me think of Moral Oral. I don't know, or Moral Orel. Episode 1054. I don't know what show that is, but we just lost an entire floor's worth of items because we have extra bombs and no keys. Oh, what if you took a bombs or key pill? Yeah. What if? Yeah, I mean, what if? What if we get that bombs or key pill? And also, what if that bombs or key pill turns into like a health down or like a speed down? We wouldn't want that. Thank you very much, Evil Noob, and everyone who upvoted that one. The day is going to be Mike, November, Lima, X-Ray, November Hotel, Tango, Yankee. We've got ourselves Curved Horn. Oh, my goodness. What is our... Oh, wow, we are moving. Our base damage is 2.93, which is pretty awful, but with Curved Horn, no, it's pretty good. We also started off with Flying, and, yeah, as you see, your Conquest Pony. So, yeah, really hot start here, comparatively speaking to yesterday, and honestly, like, here's the thing with Redemption, man, like, I'm glad that we were able to finally showcase like a good reason to take it, or at least like have like honestly like a very good showing of why, you know, we talk about this all the time, why it's so nice to have items that just make other items better, you know, and like, or get value out of nothing. It's the same, it's in the same vein of like Void and that sort of stuff, because this is Redemption was one of those items that you can, even if there's a double deal that we just flat out just don't have any use for at all, we can still turn it into something useful. You know, it's no different than like voiding like a passive item that you're not going to use. I just now realized that was Lodestone and not Tooth and Nail. So some people may be maybe even pleasantly surprised, but quite surprised that it took Lodestone. Yeah, I thought that was Tooth and Nail for a second because I was still in my opening monologue. But yeah, you know, I would definitely liken it to like voiding a passive item that we don't want, or just getting stats out of something that we were just going to do nothing with anyway. And that's really like the first time I've seen the appeal of Redemption in that light. Like that episode yesterday really made me kind of retool my brain a little bit of how I think about Redemption. And now it's like legitimately like, hey, you know what? This is not a bad. It's not a bad thing to get from a sacrifice room at all. Like at least the Sac Room Shuffle can give you it can give you that value where you didn't have any at all with Redemption, because we normally see it anyway, and it almost always shows up in Sac Rooms after you get done with a if you've already previously taken a Devil Deal. So that's the main reason why we see it all the time. It's not always going to be the Angel Drop, but it's very, very common. Just gonna diggity dunk Fruity Plum real quick. Yeah, this is a hot start, man. And we get more shot speed. All right, what a start. We go on to last week's question of the episode here from, I'm gonna say VLT Seth or Vit Seth 1835, who said, question for Sinvictia. Yeah, Sinvictia. I'll pass along I'll pass along this message to him, whoever that is. What is the most underrated dice in the game, and if you could add another dice, what would it be? So I don't know what Sinvictia would say, but Sinvicta would say the most underrated dice I think is still going to be the D12. I think that too many people really do kind of sleep on that item, and I've proven time and time again that the D12 should be up there in the elite ranks of spacebar items. In my opinion, I think it really should. You know, take a room like that, the one we just got done leaving, for example. Imagine if we had the D-Twizzle up in here. Like we might be able to get some soul hearts that can protect our Devil Deal, because right now we have none. And that kind of stuff is, I think, one of the many benefits that people just overlook with the D12. You can get tinted rocks, you can get crawl spaces, you can turn fires into actual like tinted rocks. You can remove spikes. You can remove. It is just so good. It's the best item that people aren't using, is what I say, especially when it comes to dice items. Now, for for the second half of this question, if I could add another dice, what would it be? And what would it do? What would it be? And this one, I'm not really, I haven't really thought too much about it because I don't pre-read these questions. I would love to see a dice that would do, yeah, we'll take the half price. I would love to see the dice do something that was similar to the old D1 where you get the guaranteed doubling. I think that would be very, very cool. I think that there would be, if we're not going to have anything repeat, right? I think that there'd be I don't know what I would call it, but I would love to see a dice that would essentially, where's that pill? Did we pick up this pill? We did not. Hey, bombs are keys, speaking of the devil. I would love to see a dice that would do, it'd be like a gambling dice for spin down. It'd be like a gambler's version of spin down, where the item level is either gonna go up by, or the item ID is either gonna go up by 1 or down by 1, or 2, depending on how wacky you want to get it. Now, if that's still too similar, then my ultimate dice would be something to the effect of a dice that would increase. It would replace the item that you're trying to reroll, and it would do something to the effect of it has a chance to increase or decrease the quality level of an item all the way down past 0. If it goes below 0, like if you just roll like a really bad roll and it goes to 0 or below, then the item just simply disappears. And speaking of disappearing, we have absolutely nothing to show for. We have nothing to show for any of our pickups yet. So, all right. Well, at least I didn't forget I had PhD. You could do something, you could call it like the level dice or something like that, like instead of level ball, you have level dice, but put a question mark on it, so level dice. And essentially what it would do is that it would either raise the quality of the item pedestal that you're rolling by 1 or lower the item quality. Now, I'm not talking about the ID, I'm talking about the quality item. So if you had say you started at like a item quality 1 item, you could, in theory, use the level dice and increase, you would re-roll that item into an item quality that's either higher or item quality that's lower than the pedestal that you're starting with. And you can do it as many times as you want until the item pedestal is gone or whatever. Now, if there would be a maximum cap on that, obviously, if you got to item quality 4 and you, for whatever reason, you did decide to roll it again. What is going on here, by the way? I think that Mr. Mime was stuck on this rock because of lodestone. Let's say that you went from an item quality 4 and then you ended up rolling well again and got item quality 4 again. It would simply just re-roll that item quality 4 item that you got on the pedestal and just re-roll it into another item quality 4 item. But of course, the gamble there is that it could also roll back down to a 3, and then you're kind of starting over again. So that's what I would do. The items are bumming me out already. Yeah, very good question. I like those kind of hypothetical questions. Once I start thinking, I got to get my brain into like the hypothetical mode. Like once I start thinking like that, it's like, okay, so I've got a couple of neat ideas that I think people would like. Or at least that I would like. I don't know. I'm still holding out hope that we do get the sack room shuffle going here. I saw that one coming from a while away. We ended up getting our bomb back at least. Ace of hearts. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, we're at 33% right now. I'm just looking for a sack room. That's all I want. But yeah, we need some tiers on this run. 2.41 is not gonna cut it. And our damage, while it is good, remember it's temporarily good because of curved horn. So obviously getting something that we can, like a gulp trinket or like trinket smelt or something like that, just to make this damage upgrade permanent would be a good start. But it's still only a band-aid for what we truly need, which is some permanent damage upgrades and permanent tiers upgrades for us to start really balling out of control. Lodestone, by the way, if you didn't know, Lodestone will just simply take a tier and magnetize it, and then anything that's surrounding that target that gets painted with the magnetized tier will automatically start to gravitate towards everything else that is not magnetized will automatically start to gravitate towards the target that has been magnetized. So now you might be wondering, well, how is that any different than, like, say, oh, I don't know, Ocular Rift? And the answer is yes. And right there, right there, you just saw the reason why I do not like Lodestone and why many people don't like Lodestones, because not only does it suck up enemies, but also sucks up the projectiles, and it causes them to do erratic things, like you see it here with us getting our butts thoroughly kicked by Lodestone. And overall, Lodestone, I just feel, was just a garbage item. Some people may beg to differ, but hey, that's why we all got opinions. Yeah, see, this is classic Lodestone and clown physics. It does not go well together at all. I mean, 5 bombs. Well, never mind. I was gonna say 5 bombs for 15 cents is real good, but didn't matter. Here is itching. Secret room is probably there. I gotta look at a little bit of confirmation over meow, and yeah, you can kind of see the arrow that's pointing with these rocks and the webs. That kind of like they're hinting that there's something at this flat wall down here. We can go back and pick up those 5 bombs if we really wanted to. Get this tinted rock over here. We're going to get small rock. It's fine. Small rock is not going to affect our movement speed because our movement speed is locked to 1.5 as long as we have the Conquest Pony on lock here. So we probably won't even use the Hematemesis pill, honestly, since there wasn't a Saccharum. I mean, I guess that we could go play the Temperance Machine real quick. I do want to try to make Boss Rush at least. A random nickel. I'll definitely take that. Cardio coin as well. Wow. Yeah, this was a very, very fruitful endeavor for us here. Big time payoff from Hematemesis and PH Dizzle. Wow, we are gaining absurd amount of money right now. I definitely would love Blood Bag. V Bag. So there's our true movement speed here. And if you're wondering how come we're getting extra coins from the tapping of the blood bank, as well as with the IV bag, it is because of the fact that we have PhD. PhD will increase the amount of coins by 1 every time you use an IV bag or every time you use a Temperance Machine. That's just one of the perks. Is that double tinted rock? It was not. So I am going to go back and pick up Remote Detonator. Again, I'm only going to be picking it up just for the 5 bombs. Oh, there was a tinted rock right here. If we don't have any bombs. Touché game. Touché. I knew I needed to go back for something. My subconscious was telling me that there was something there that I needed to grab, but did not discern what it was. Hangman card, we definitely don't need. We started off with Fate, so we already have flying, even if we get rid of the Conquest Pony. And we'll do this, and we'll do that. Get ourselves a Soul Heart right here, all right. All right. We're going to go back into the Super Secret Room and then bomb the Rotten Beggar, which is going to further increase our chance for a deal. Not guaranteed to be a double deal, but it's guaranteed to be a deal. There we go. Despawn those real quick. Might as well cash in our money and pay for the Remote Detonator, because we're just going to absolutely insta-dunk whoever we're fighting thanks to Conquest Pony. There's no reason for us to be stingy with our HP here. Beautiful. 78 cents. We're absolutely getting a greed fight on the next floor. Yeah, it's going to be Pestilence, so lucky us, we get ourselves an Orbital. Hooray. Not even worth talking about. You know what? I'm just going to do this. Okay, we did get a Soul Heart, so I'm fine with that. Curse Room's right here, so we can just go fly in real quick. Hopefully we get something good in here. Justice. Then we can fly out with Conquest Pony. Just save ourselves the half Soul Heart. Now, is a half Soul Heart a big deal here? I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I'd prefer like, I would prefer not to use Conquest Pony, but there's no sense in saving it because of the fact that it has a 2-room cooldown. Oh yeah, by the way, the level up dice that I was talking about, or whatever it would be called, the hypothetical Sinvicta dice, that would be a 2-room cooldown. So the idea there would be to gamble, gamble, gamble. So all the time, just gamble. But yeah, there's no reason for us to be super stingy with our charges either when it comes to Conquest Pony. It has such a low cooldown. It's just one of the best spacebar items in the game. You get flying, you get a fixed movement speed, and you also get Crack the Skizzle, which is cheaper to use, by the way, than the actual Crack the Skizzle. So it's like, yeah, and on top of that, you get flying. Like I said, it's that good. Okay, so the game is just not going to give us any items in our item room. Got it. Got it. We have taken exactly one item out of an item room, and it was my accidental pickup of Lodestone on floor 1. Thinking that it was an actual good item. Sacrum Shuffle we're definitely primed for. But this is starting to kind of feel a little struggle bussy in a way. I'm just going to say it right now. We're looking at a situation where if we don't get something, pretty nice here. I mean, are we struggling? No, not really. My hypothetical straw man situation that I've made up purely for myself and in the interest of engaging some kind of conversation. But this is one of those runs where it's just kind of like, yeah, this feels bad. Feels bad, man. Get another range up, hooray! Bombs are key. Hematemesis. I mean, I guess I'll keep the Hematemesis pill just in case we do find like a Sacrum. I mean, we can use it for a Demon Judgment as well. But I feel like we should have been getting more for pills, and we've been getting absolutely skunked despite having pH Dizzle.
Hematemesis.
Okay, we get the Pact. That's good. The Pact is going to be something for us. Gives us damage. It gives us tears. It's the best item that we've gotten so far. We'll take it. I had a feeling this is going to be a dead end. But we are absolutely not making boss rush at this point. Super Seeker might be here. There's a chance, but yeah. No reason for us not to play this Judgment. We know that we're not going to make the boss rush at this point, so I'm just not even going to bother worrying about it. I do kind of hate how Isaac's mustache is going through his left eye. Yeah, we did get an Emperor card. I will take that. I did that just to save ourselves some time of killing all the grubs in here. We're guaranteed to at least see a couple more rooms before fighting the boss, so there's no reason not to do that. Crack the Skizzle, still just insta-dunks Peep. Get the Holy Mantle, and I mean, we have to go Immaculate Heart here. For the sole reason of us just needing damage. Now, I did leave Marrow there. I probably should have just picked it up. There's not really any reason to leave it there, but we don't really need Bone Hearts right now. We've got plenty of Red Hearts to choose from. But if your question is, was there a strategic reason why I just decided to leave Marrow there instead of just simply taking it? The answer is no. Now, see, the problem now is that with Lodestone, Immaculate Heart's going to be causing some issues. I mean, Lodestone always causes issues, but at least Immaculate Heart gave us very good damage now. Shot speed. Mama Mega does allow us to get into the boss rush on the next floor. I mean, realistically speaking, we're not out of the boss rush range yet. If we end up finding the item room here relatively quickly and don't go looking for like a sack room shuffle or something like that, we definitely could still have a decent chance of making boss rush. And I have a feeling that we're going straight to the boss rush room here, or the boss room. It feels like anyway. Just showing you the versatility of Conquest Pony. No, I don't actually want you to be in my inventory here, Mysterious Candy. I will politely but firmly decline your offer to join our adventure. So we might as well just go beat the boss now, even though we don't have the highest chance to get a devil deal or angel deal, and we get another HP upgrade. Oh boy. Yeah, this is impressively bad for how horrible our boss items have been and how horrible our item rooms have been. Observe that one. Yeah, we've been having a rough go of it in terms of items. It's amazing that we still even have a slight chance of getting a boss rush. Now we could take Mama Mega on the next floor. We definitely could force boss rush. Then we wouldn't have to worry about hurrying so much. But as you've seen here, imagine this run with us actually fighting the bosses instead of nuking them with Conquest Pony. Yeah, I rest my case. This is not as much as I would love to. As much as I would love to, this is not a run that we're going to be able to skip an item room on. Yeah, we could use the Emperor card, but I'm not going to put that much emphasis on boss rush at this point. We're most likely not going to get anything out of there. And we get the D-Sizzle. Man. Oh, that's tempting. God, there's a tears up. Oh, thank you, Power Pill. Oh boy. As much as I would love to get the D6, I don't think we can, man. I really don't. I think at this point, Conquest Pony is just too... It's doing too much of the heavy lifting for us to get rid of. Like, do we need the D6? Do we need it? No. Do we need Conquest Pony? Not really. But I would much rather be able to kill bosses easily without just being brain dead about the fight instead of worrying about managing the D6 charges for rerolls and that sort of stuff. We definitely have some... Ooh, okay. Got 9 lives here. We've got some item pedestals to reroll on this floor, at least, so we can at least do that with the D-Sizzle. We can reroll the boss item. Go do that real quick. I legitimately almost just ran the Emperor card just to save myself some time, but even I am not that lazy. It'll be fine. So at least we end up getting Dead Cat. It gives us a little bit of hope that we're going to be able to get Guppy. This boss room, it could not have been farther from our item room if we tried. Okay, Mr. Dolly's going to give us range and tears. Definitely will absolutely take that. Okay, so the D6 was worth it. There's not really anything else we can reroll. I'm not sticking with the D6. The combination of the movement speed down plus we just lose our boss killing ability is just too great for me to warrant D6. Now, that being said, this is a situation, a very rare situation, where the D6 does not actually give us, in my opinion, enough benefit to take over something else. But 95% of the time, I'll say, it would allow us to, it would just be a better item overall. I wonder what happens if we do this. Because I know that this is retroactive. We've already been in there, though. Okay, yeah. So the Curved Horn does not work, or the Devil's Crown does not work if you've already been into the item room. But it does work if you haven't been in there. Like, it would turn the regular item room into a Devil Deal room instead, which is very cool. Okay, so this was a good floor for us. It really was. Even though it cost us boss rush, it was still worth it. I think there might even be a reroll in the shop, but we'll never know. So again, this is one of the situations where Lodestone really does not help you at all. It'd be different if Lodestone was like Ocular Rift in the sense that it dealt damage. It would be fine, fine for what it does. I mean, like it would still be bad, but it would be better. But Lodestone doesn't actually cause any damage at all, which, yeah. I'm trying to come up with some nice things to say about Lodestone, but I'm just not gonna. So instead of saying bad things about it too much, I'm just gonna not say anything at all. Got a Fool card here, which is not gonna help us out at all because we're not gonna make boss rush anyway. Unless we somehow, if we find Mr. Me, now if Mr. Me is in the shop, that still could technically get us into the boss rush. Let's find maybe just one more Tears Up pill would be good. I mean, I am like the D6. I think is the best item that we've seen in our item room on this run. It's honestly kind of impressive. Like, there's nothing wrong with Forget Me Now, right? It's just that we're not going to use it. Like, I'm not going to replace. It's showing up at the wrong time. Keep it 0 gives piercing shots. Would be amazing here for us, and we do get it. I don't really care too much about the My Little Unicorn, but I just want to see what's behind it. Get the compass, which is exactly what I want. So let's go over and check the shop real quick. I don't see any mini boss room, which guarantees that it's probably going to end up getting another greed fight here right after getting Steam Sale, which is to be expected. I'm honestly shocked that we didn't. Piercing shots is going to be absolutely huge though for us, especially with Lodestone and Immaculate Heart. Back and go pick up some hearts here. I am going to go all the way back, even though I know that this is a double heart and we're going to be wasting a half heart. I don't care. Now, if we really, 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 really wanted to, we could push it and go down to 1 red heart, or at least 1 soul heart, and get into the boss trap room. I don't really see any good reason to do that. Hey, Gimpy. I'll take Gimpy. Ain't nothing wrong with Gimpy. And the reason why, by the way, that piercing shots is going to help out, despite us having Lodestone, is just because Lodestone tends to make like enemy walls that block the target that you're trying to go for, and piercing shots just says the heck with all that. We don't have to worry about messing with our shots being blocked by enemies piling up on Lodestone. There you go, big time dunk. No devil deal, no angel deal. 68%, no surprise, or 67, whatever it was. And yeah, we just need damage, so click the negative. Where's the unknown? Since we're right next to the mini boss here, I'm going to try to get maybe an upgrade. And as you can see here, it's just like I stand by my decision. Just stick with Conquest Pony. You know, yes, we probably could have gotten maybe a good reroll on something else. Prize is not there. I mean, you never know. Like that's the Isaac Fly effect in effect. You just never know what taking the D6 could lead to. Like we maybe could have gotten Guppy. You know, and I mean, of course, this run's not over yet, but I think that I value more an easier time to kill bosses in a run where we don't necessarily need rerolls to win, over having rerolls and maybe getting like slightly better items. Maybe, and that's a big maybe too about that. But again, it's all relative because we don't know what we could have seen or what we didn't see. And ignorance is bliss. We're just kind of working with what the game gives us. And right now, it didn't give us hardly anything out of our item rooms. The Skull-X, which is going to be a little bit of a tougher target at the time with Conquest Pony. But piercing shots will make short work of them anyway, so it doesn't really... There we go. Excuse me. You are an abomination and should not exist in this world. Oh my god, it's a sack room. Holy moly. It only took us 10 floors to get there, but my god, we got ourselves a sack room shuffle. Well, we might as well go fight Mom's Heart. I am going to do the Shoal skip, though. Just because we have 9 lives, and, yeah, there's no reason for us to go through Shoal. And we also have Gimpy, which means that, like, we're probably going to at least get some of that HP back that we're going to lose. Before we do this, though, I am going to go fight the boss. It's just to maybe get ourselves a chance to get a devil deal or something, or an angel deal. We can also leverage our low HP to get into the boss trap room as well once we go do the sack room shuffle. Wow. Breaking out all over the place with these secret rooms today. This room is it's a classic example of how important having good movement speed is to mitigating damage. Because we absolutely would have been rung up right there if we didn't have good damage, or good movement speed. I missed the mark on this one, so I'm going to have to wait until we kill the eye lasers. There we go. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. So the plan here will be to get down to 1 HP and then go fight the boss trap room if there's an item in there that's worth fighting. Worth fighting for. So we're hoping for some Gimpy payouts here. Got 2 Gimpy payouts, 3 Gimpy payouts. Okay. Don't really care much about Uriel. We don't have any rerolls, so go see what's inside of our boss trap room real fast. Yeah, absolutely worth it. We don't have a full charge on Conquest Pony, but it's not really gonna matter. There we go. That's some big time plays right there, getting the pentagram out of nowhere. There's plenty of HP in here for us to use. Now there's definitely a whole lot of So let's pick up all the soul hearts. There we go. And we're off. Gotta love those sack room shuffles, man. Backstabber, Juice of Shadow. Don't really need them anymore at this point. We also don't need Conquest Pony. Although it would be nice. It's, you know, it's a nice little wrap up of a run, considering the fact that we only took 16 items, and one of them we started with, and one of them is the negative. That's real impressive with how little items that we actually came up upon with this run here. So, but you know what? We made it through, and I got to say that it's a great showcasing of just how good Conquest Pony is. This is a good seed to play if you wanted to learn something about prioritization when it comes to damage versus rerolls versus anything like that. These kind of seeds are the best teachers, because they teach you what to value in Isaac that matches your playstyle and also what you need at the time. So definitely check out this seed. I hope you all had a fantastic start to your brand new week here in the Mosh Pit. Thank you all for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Lurie Cuneo and Julian LaFond. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.